Your heart has beaten more than 2 billion times in your lifetime. 2 billion. Each beat a faithful drum, carrying oxygen, carrying a life, carrying memories of family dinners, first dances, quiet prayers at night. But what if tomorrow it stopped? Not because of age, not because your time had simply come, but because of what was sitting on your plate tonight. That thought is chilling, isn't it? We grow up believing heart attacks happen suddenly, like lightning striking out of nowhere. Yet for many seniors, the storm has been building silently for years, hidden in the bloodstream, hidden behind every glass of sweet tea, every slice of white bread, every harmless dessert. The silent enemy has a name: triglycerides. Imagine them as tiny drops of fat floating through your veins. In healthy amounts, they're a reserve of fuel waiting for your muscles to use. But in excess, they're like grease being poured down a kitchen sink, thickening, clogging, hardening, until one day the pipes burst. That burst is a heart attack. Here's the cruel trick. You won't feel it coming. High triglycerides don't scream with chest pain or shortness of breath. They whisper, they build quietly, and then one morning they can steal your independence, your health, even your life. But here's the good news. You are not powerless. The same plate that can poison your heart can also heal it. Science has shown that certain foods can act like medicine, lowering triglycerides naturally, protecting arteries, calming inflammation. No side effects, no waiting years for results. Changes you can taste, see, and feel. So today I want to make you a promise. Stay with me, because I'm going to reveal 8 popular foods that have the power to lower triglyceride levels, unclog your arteries, and give your heart the chance to keep beating strong. Beating for your children, your grandchildren, and for yourself. This isn't about strict diets or suffering through tasteless meals. These are foods you know, foods you love, foods you can find in every grocery store in America. The only difference is how you use them, like tools, like allies, like guardians of your heart. Because your next chapter is not meant to be written in a hospital room. It's meant to be written at the dinner table, at the park, at your grandchild's graduation. And it begins with what's on your plate. 8 foods, 1 mission: protect your heart. Are you ready? Picture this. You're driving down the highway in a car you've trusted for decades. The engine has carried you through storms, road trips, family visits, and countless miles. But inside that engine, the gasoline isn't burning clean anymore. It's thick, it's gunky, it's starting to clog the lines. You don't see it from the driver's seat. The dashboard doesn't flash a warning light. And then one day, without notice, the engine sputters, coughs, and dies. That, my friends, is exactly what triglycerides do inside your body. They're like the fuel in your bloodstream. In the right amount, they're useful. Your muscles can burn them for energy between meals, just like a car uses gasoline to keep moving. But when there's too much, that fuel becomes sludge. It gums up your arteries, it overloads your heart, and it sets the stage for disaster. Let's put some numbers on it. A normal triglyceride level is less than 150 milligrams per deciliter. That's the safe zone. The fuel tank is balanced. The system is running smoothly. Between 200 and 499, that's considered high. Your pipes are already narrowing, your blood is turning thicker, and your risk of heart disease shoots up. And when you hit 500 or more, that's not just a red flag, that's a 5-alarm fire. At that point, you're not only facing heart attacks and strokes, but also pancreatitis, a dangerous inflammation of the pancreas that can land you in the hospital overnight. Here's the problem. Triglycerides are sneaky. They don't bang on your chest like a heart attack does. They don't send sharp warnings like a sudden stroke. For most seniors, they creep higher and higher without a single obvious symptom. No pain, no dizziness, no flashing sign saying danger ahead. I've met people who only discovered their triglycerides were sky high after a routine blood test. People who felt fine until suddenly they weren't. One gentleman in his 70s told me, "I thought I was just tired because of age. Turns out my triglycerides were over 600. The doctor said I was a walking time bomb." Imagine carrying that kind of risk and not even knowing it. And that's why this matters. Because triglycerides don't just affect a number on a lab report. They affect the very roads your blood travels every second of your life. Picture your arteries as highways. Too many triglycerides are like trucks dumping gravel, oil, and concrete onto the road, piling up until traffic can't move. Eventually, there's a complete shutdown. And when the road to your heart is blocked, the consequences are immediate and often fatal. For seniors, this hidden danger is even more critical. Age naturally stiffens arteries, slows metabolism, and makes it harder for your body to clear out the excess fat in your blood. That means what might have been a small problem at 40 can become a major threat at 70. So remember this, triglycerides are not just numbers on paper. They are silent saboteurs. They are the fuel that can either keep your body running smoothly or burn it out. The good news? You have the power to control them. But first, you must recognize the danger before it's too late. For years, we've been told stories that sounded comforting, even hopeful. Stories that made us raise a glass of red wine at dinner, believing it was a gift to our hearts. Stories that made us feel safe when ordering fish at a restaurant, or when pouring a tall glass of orange juice in the morning, thinking, this is healthy, this is the right choice. But here's the painful truth. Some of those stories were myths, and those myths are costing lives. Let's start with red wine. How many times have you heard someone say, a glass a day is good for the heart? It's a phrase passed around like gospel, even whispered by doctors decades ago. But what does the science show us now? Alcohol in any form raises triglycerides. Picture it. You drink that glass of wine, and instead of healing your heart, it's like throwing fuel onto a smoldering fire. Triglycerides shoot upward like a rocket. Your pancreas is forced into overdrive, and your arteries begin to stiffen like old cracked pipes. The truth? It's not the alcohol at all. It's the antioxidants in grapes, and those you can get from grape juice or berries without the poison. Yet so many seniors cling to this myth, slowly pouring danger into their glass each night. And what about fish? We've been told, eat more fish, it's always safe. And yes, fatty fish like salmon and sardines can lower triglycerides. But here's where the myth turns deadly. Fried fish platters at diners, breaded fish sticks from the freezer aisle, or fish cooked in heavy oils. These don't save your heart, they suffocate it. They spike insulin, they drive fat into your bloodstream, they undo the very protection fish should have provided. Imagine walking into a trap disguised as a safe path, believing you are protecting your arteries, while silently feeding the enemy. Then there's fruit juice, sweet, colorful, natural. How could it be bad? But pour out 12 ounces of orange juice, and what you're really drinking is sugar in disguise. 15 teaspoons of sugar in one glass, more than a can of soda. Your blood sugar spikes, your triglycerides rise, and your body stores the excess as fat wrapped around your organs. Seniors sip it, thinking it's medicine, when in reality it's a silent saboteur. The emotional toll of these myths is heavy, because they don't just play with numbers on a lab test, they play with lives. Believing the wrong story can mean losing the ability to walk around the block without gasping for air. It can mean trading Sunday dinners with family for sterile hospital meals. It can mean children watching their mother or father hooked up to machines, wishing they had one more year, one more holiday, one more moment. This is the silent danger. Not just the triglycerides themselves, but the false comfort of myths that keep seniors blind to the truth. These myths steal independence. They steal time. They steal tomorrow. And here's the haunting question. If the advice you trusted was wrong, what else might you be doing that puts your heart at risk? Stay with me, because what comes next may not only surprise you, it may save your life. Imagine walking into your kitchen tonight. You open the pantry, glance at the fridge, and see the ordinary. A bag of oats, a bottle of olive oil, maybe a basket of apples, a carton of eggs. Nothing extraordinary, right? Just everyday foods. But here's the secret that most of us never hear from a doctor's office. Inside that kitchen is a pharmacy more powerful than you realize. Because the truth is, the power to heal is already in your home, not in a pill bottle, not in an expensive prescription, right there in your kitchen. Science has shown that certain foods act like medicine. They can lower triglycerides before they build up into sludge that blocks your arteries. They can reduce inflammation, the hidden fire that damages blood vessels and weakens the heart. They can even help open those arteries again, turning a narrow, dangerous road into a clear highway where blood flows freely, carrying life to every cell. Think about that for a moment. Every meal is either medicine or poison. Every bite you take is either a soldier defending your heart or an invader plotting against it. And the choice has been sitting on your plate all along. Here's the beautiful part. These foods are not exotic, rare, or expensive. They're popular, familiar, even beloved. Foods you've cooked with for years, maybe even decades. But when used with intention, when added to your diet with purpose, they become more than just fuel. They become allies. They become protectors. They become life extenders. I've met seniors who thought their only option was another prescription, another bottle to line up on the kitchen counter. But when they discovered the healing power of simple foods, their lives began to change. Energy returned, lab numbers improved, fear gave way to hope. So I want you to picture this video as a journey through your very own kitchen, a tour of the unsung heroes hiding in plain sight. Together, we'll uncover 8 popular foods that can transform your heart health, lower those dangerous triglycerides, and give you the strength and confidence to keep living fully. This isn't about restriction. It's not about giving up everything you enjoy. It's about choosing wisely, discovering delicious options that also heal. So stay with me. Let's open the fridge, peek into the pantry, and shine a light on the foods that can save your heart. One meal, one choice, one bite at a time. 8 popular foods to lower triglycerides. Top 1, fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel. Omega-3s lower triglycerides, protect arteries. Let's begin with one of the greatest protectors of the heart, fatty fish. Think of salmon, sardines, and mackerel, not just as food, but as nature's prescription written in scales and fins. For centuries, coastal communities thrived on these fish, living longer, healthier lives without the modern pharmacies we rely on today. And now science explains why. They are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, the kind of fat that doesn't clog your arteries but instead sweeps them clean. Picture your arteries as highways. Over time, triglycerides and cholesterol start to pile up, like rush hour traffic, slowing everything down. A meal of fried chicken or sugary desserts is like dumping more cars onto an already jammed freeway. But omega-3s act like traffic police, clearing the lanes, smoothing the flow, and reducing the chaos. When you eat salmon or sardines, those omega-3s step in to lower triglycerides, calm inflammation, and keep blood flowing freely to the heart and brain. Now here's something most seniors don't realize. Not all fish give this gift. A fried fish sandwich at a fast food counter? That's not medicine, it's a trap. The breading, oils, and processing turn a potential friend into an enemy. But when you choose grilled salmon, baked mackerel, or a can of sardines packed in water or olive oil, you're choosing protection. You're telling your heart, I've got your back. The benefits are staggering. Studies show that 2 servings of fatty fish a week, just 2, can cut triglycerides by as much as 30%. That's not a pill, that's not a surgery. That's dinner on your plate, making the difference between clogged arteries and open ones, between fear and freedom. And here's the best part. These meals are delicious. Imagine a fillet of salmon roasted with lemon and garlic, served with a side of fresh vegetables, or a simple lunch of sardines on whole grain crackers, drizzled with a squeeze of lemon. Mackerel grilled on a summer afternoon, smoky and rich. These aren't punishments, they're pleasures that heal. So when you stand at the seafood counter, don't just see fish, see medicine, see energy, see more years to enjoy your grandkids, more mornings to wake up strong. Fatty fish isn't just a meal, it's a lifeline. 2 servings a week could mean the difference between a future filled with hospital visits and a future filled with laughter around the dinner table. That's the quiet, powerful gift of salmon, sardines, and mackerel. Top 2. Oats and whole grains. Fiber acts like a sponge, soaking up fat in the blood. Now let's step into your breakfast bowl because the next heart-saving food is as humble as it is powerful. Oats and whole grains. You might see them as plain, ordinary, nothing special. But inside each spoonful lies a secret weapon: fiber. And not just any fiber, but soluble fiber. The kind that acts like a sponge inside your body, soaking up fat and carrying it away before it can harm your heart. Imagine your bloodstream as a river. Triglycerides and cholesterol float along, sometimes clumping together, forming dangerous deposits on the riverbanks. Your arteries. Left unchecked, the flow slows, pressure builds, and one day the river floods, what we call a heart attack or stroke. But fiber is like a fleet of tiny sponges drifting down that river. They absorb excess fat, cholesterol, even sugar, and escort them out of your body, leaving the waters clearer, smoother, safer. Here's the truth many don't realize. Not all grains are created equal. White bread, white rice, regular pasta, they've been stripped, polished, robbed of their natural fiber. Eating them is like tossing empty calories into your system, spiking blood sugar, raising triglycerides. But whole grains, like steel-cut oats, brown rice, quinoa, or barley, still carry the full armor nature gave them: fiber, vitamins, minerals, and slow-burning energy. They don't rush into your blood like a sugar bomb. They release gently, steadily, keeping your arteries calm and your heart at peace. For seniors, this difference is life-changing. A warm bowl of oatmeal in the morning isn't just breakfast, it's protection. It's your body's cleaning crew scrubbing out the leftovers of yesterday's meals. A slice of whole grain bread, a side of brown rice, a handful of barley in your soup. Each choice is a quiet investment in more tomorrows. And it doesn't take much. Just 3 servings of whole grains a day can lower your risk of heart disease by up to 20%. That's not theory. That's science. And the best part? It tastes like comfort, not sacrifice. So next time you reach for breakfast, remember, oats and whole grains aren't just food. They're a daily gift to your heart, a simple, delicious way to soak up danger and pour out life. Top 3. Nuts and seeds. Walnuts, chia, flaxseed provide healthy fats plus satiety, stabilize blood sugar. Picture this: a small handful of walnuts, a sprinkle of chia seeds, a spoonful of flaxseed. Tiny, simple, almost unnoticeable on your kitchen shelf. Yet inside these little powerhouses is the strength to protect your heart in ways medicine often tries and fails to match. Nuts and seeds are nature's capsules of healthy fats, protein, and fiber. Unlike the greasy fats that clog arteries, the fats in walnuts, chia, and flax act like loyal guardians. They don't attack your heart. They shield it. They lower triglycerides, calm inflammation, and keep your arteries supple and open. Imagine oiling the hinges of an old door so it swings freely again. That's what these healthy fats do inside your blood vessels. But the magic doesn't stop there. These foods bring satiety, a sense of fullness that lingers. Instead of reaching for chips or cookies between meals, a handful of walnuts or a chia pudding keeps hunger at bay. For seniors, this matters more than you think. Controlling appetite means controlling weight, and controlling weight means less strain on the heart. And then there's blood sugar. Spikes and crashes are like emotional roller coasters for your body, sending triglycerides soaring and draining your energy. But nuts and seeds stabilize the ride. Chia seeds, when soaked, form a gel that slows digestion, releasing sugar steadily, like a gentle stream instead of a flood. Flaxseed fiber binds and escorts sugar and fat out of the bloodstream. Walnuts deliver omega-3s that soothe inflammation triggered by high blood sugar. Together, they create balance, calm, and resilience. Here's the beauty. Incorporating them is easy. Add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds to water and watch them bloom into a heart-healing drink. Stir ground flaxseed into oatmeal or yogurt. Snack on a handful of walnuts in the afternoon. You always, About 1 ounce or a small cup to palm. No complicated recipes, no expensive supplements. Just simple, delicious steps you can take today. So don't underestimate these tiny heroes. In every walnut, every chia seed, every spoon of flax is a promise. More stable energy, a stronger heart, and more years to enjoy the moments that truly matter. Small but mighty, that's the gift of nuts and seeds. Top 4. Avocado. Monounsaturated fat, lowers LDL, boosts HDL. Now let's talk about a fruit that wears a green crown of health, the avocado. At first glance, it's just soft, creamy, maybe something you slice onto toast or mash into guacamole. But inside, the avocado carries a gift that every senior heart desperately needs. Monounsaturated fat, the kind of fat that doesn't hurt, but heals. Think of cholesterol like two characters in a story. LDL is the bad guy sneaking into your arteries, leaving sticky deposits that narrow the passageways. HDL is the good guy, the cleanup crew that sweeps those deposits away and keeps blood flowing smoothly. Most foods tip the balance in favor of one or the other, but avocado? It lowers the villain and empowers the hero at the same time. It reduces LDL, the dangerous cholesterol, and raises HDL, your body's natural protector. Imagine your arteries as hallways in a home you've lived in for decades. Over the years, dust and clutter build up, making it harder to move around. Eating avocado is like opening the windows, sweeping the floors, and letting the light in. Suddenly the space feels freer, cleaner, safer. That's what every bite of avocado can do for your arteries. And here's the beauty. Avocados aren't just healthy, they're delicious. Creamy on toast, silky in a salad, rich in a smoothie. Half an avocado a day, about 3.5 ounces, can make a measurable difference in your cholesterol profile. That's not deprivation, that's enjoyment with benefits. For seniors, this is more than nutrition. It's independence. It's knowing that something as simple as adding avocado slices to lunch can help keep them out of the hospital and at the dinner table with family. So the next time you see that green fruit at the market, don't just see produce. See a guardian of your heart. Smooth, rich, and powerful, the avocado is proof that sometimes the best medicine really does grow on trees. Top 5. Olive oil. Anti-inflammatory Mediterranean diet longevity secret. For centuries, families along the Mediterranean coast have lived longer, healthier lives. And the secret wasn't hidden in a pill. It was poured from a simple glass bottle. Olive oil. Golden, smooth, and rich, olive oil is more than a cooking ingredient. It's liquid medicine. Here's why. Olive oil is loaded with monounsaturated fats and powerful antioxidants called polyphenols. Together, they act like firefighters rushing into a burning building. They calm the flames of inflammation that silently weaken arteries and damage the heart. Where other oils pour gasoline on the fire, olive oil pours water, cooling, soothing, protecting. Picture your arteries as a garden hose. Over time, inflammation stiffens the hose, makes it brittle, ready to crack. Olive oil keeps the hose flexible, flowing, alive. Just 2 tablespoons a day, drizzled on salad, cooked with vegetables, or even spread lightly on bread, can help lower the risk of heart attack and stroke. And it's not theory. Entire cultures have proven it. In Greece, in Italy, in Spain, generations thrived on the Mediterranean diet, where olive oil isn't a condiment, it's a foundation. Seniors there didn't just live longer, they lived better, walking, laughing, enjoying independence deep into their 80s and 90s. For you, choosing olive oil is choosing that same path of longevity. Swap out butter, margarine, or heavy cooking oils and replace them with olive oil. Each drizzle is a quiet investment in more tomorrows spent with family, not in a hospital bed. So when you lift that bottle of olive oil, see more than food. See the wisdom of centuries. See the secret to a longer life. Smooth, golden healing, olive oil truly is the heart's Mediterranean treasure. Top 6. Garlic, natural cholesterol triglyceride reducer, nature's statin. Open your spice cabinet and you'll likely find it. A bulb of garlic, small, simple, wrapped in papery skin. To most of us, it's just a seasoning. But to your heart, garlic is nothing less than nature's statin. For centuries, people have believed garlic holds healing power, and modern science confirms it. Garlic contains allicin, a natural compound released when you crush or chop it. That allicin works inside your body like a gentle shield, lowering cholesterol, reducing triglycerides, and relaxing blood vessels so blood flows more freely. Picture it this way. Cholesterol and triglycerides are like sticky grime clinging to the inside of your arteries. Over time, the buildup narrows the path, raising pressure, straining your heart. Garlic steps in like a scrub brush dipped in nature's own cleaning solution. With every clove, it helps clear away the grime, keeping those vital highways open and strong. And garlic's benefits don't stop there. It calms inflammation, the hidden spark that fuels heart disease. It reduces blood clot risk, protecting against sudden blockages. It's as if garlic whispers to your arteries, stay calm, stay open, keep flowing. The beauty of garlic is its simplicity. You don't need fancy recipes or expensive supplements. 1 or 2 cloves a day, chopped into sauces, roasted with vegetables, stirred into soups, can make a measurable difference. The flavor is bold, but so is the protection. Imagine sitting down to dinner, the aroma of garlic drifting from the kitchen. What you're really smelling is medicine at work, not from a pharmacy, but from the earth itself. So don't underestimate this humble bulb. Garlic may be small, but it's mighty, a natural protector, a heart's best friend, in a simple way to fight back against cholesterol and triglycerides, 1 clove at a time. Top 7. Apple cider vinegar. Shown in studies to lower triglycerides and blood sugar, in almost every American kitchen, tucked away on a shelf, sits a simple amber bottle, apple cider vinegar. To some, it's just an ingredient for salad dressing, but to your heart, it can be a quiet miracle in a jar. Science has begun to uncover what ancient traditions always suspected, that apple cider vinegar does more than flavor food. In clinical studies, just 2 tablespoons a day have been shown to lower triglycerides, reduce blood sugar spikes, and even support weight loss. Think of it as a small daily ritual with powerful ripple effects inside your body. Here's how it works. After a meal, blood sugar often surges like a flood, forcing your pancreas to pump out insulin, driving triglycerides higher. But apple cider vinegar acts like a dam on that flood, slowing it down, keeping your blood sugar steady, and easing the load on your heart. Over time, those steadier numbers mean calmer arteries, less fat in the bloodstream, and fewer risks for heart attack or stroke. Picture it. Every time you drizzle apple cider vinegar on a salad or mix it into a glass of water, you're not just seasoning, you're sending your body a helping hand. It's like giving your heart a shield to guard against the hidden dangers of modern diets. And it's accessible. You don't need a prescription. You don't need a special trip across town. A bottle from your local grocery store can be your ally. Just remember, always dilute it. Never drink it straight. 2 tablespoons with meals is all it takes. So the next time you see that amber bottle, don't think condiment, think medicine chest. Apple cider vinegar is proof that sometimes the simplest, most ordinary things can protect your heart in extraordinary ways. Top 8. Vegetables and berries. Walk through a farmer's market on a sunny morning and you'll see it. A rainbow spread of vegetables and berries, glowing with reds, greens, blues, and purples. Those colors aren't just beautiful. They're signals of protection, each one packed with fiber and antioxidants that fight for your heart. Fiber is the broom that sweeps triglycerides and cholesterol out of your bloodstream. Antioxidants are the bodyguards, standing guard against inflammation and damage. Together, vegetables and berries form an army that keeps arteries open and blood flowing free. Think about the difference in Chawton. A can of soda floods your body with sugar, spiking triglycerides, draining energy, stressing your heart. But replace that with a berry smoothie, 1 cup of blueberries blended with half a banana and a cup of unsweetened almond milk, and suddenly you're feeding your body medicine disguised as sweetness. Or picture dinner. Fried fish with fries, dripping in oil, versus baked salmon with a side of roasted broccoli and a cup of strawberries for dessert. One meal clogs, the other clears. One steals tomorrow, the other gives it back. Here's how easy it can be in US portions. Vegetables. Aim for at least 2 to 3 cups a day. A cup of raw spinach in a salad, a cup of roasted carrots at dinner, a cup of steamed broccoli on the side. Berries, 1 to 2 cups daily, a handful of raspberries on oatmeal, 1 cup of blueberries as an afternoon snack, or 5 ounces of strawberries after dinner. Simple, colorful, healing. These aren't exotic remedies, they're everyday foods. Each cup of veggies, each handful of berries, is like painting your plate with life and painting your future with more time, more health, more moments with the people you love. Imagine giving your heart just one day of pure kindness, one day without sugar traps, fried temptations, or the nightly glass of alcohol that quietly pushes triglycerides higher. Just 24 hours of food that heals instead of harms. What would that day look like? Let me show you. You wake up and instead of reaching for a sweet pastry or sugary cereal, you blend a green smoothie, 1 cup of spinach, half a banana, a cup of unsweetened almond milk, and a tablespoon of chia seeds. Smooth, refreshing, and filled with fiber. It's like sending your bloodstream a gentle morning hug. By mid-morning, hunger nudges again, but this time you turn to oatmeal topped with berries. Half a cup of oats simmered into a warm bowl, crowned with a cup of blueberries or strawberries. The fiber acts like a sponge, soaking up fat, while the antioxidants fight the silent fire of inflammation. Lunch is a plate you can be proud of. Grilled salmon with roasted vegetables. A 4-ounce filet, rich in omega-3s, paired with a cup of broccoli and a cup of carrots, drizzled lightly with olive oil. Every bite clears the highway of your arteries, making space for life to keep flowing. Dinner closes the day with simplicity and strength. An avocado salad with vinegar dressing. Creamy avocado slices bring healthy fats, raising your good cholesterol, while 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in the dressing help lower triglycerides and blood sugar. Add fresh tomatoes, cucumbers, and leafy greens, and you have a meal that tastes indulgent yet heals deeply. And here's the challenge. Just try it tomorrow. One day. Remove the sugar, the alcohol, the fried food, and watch how your body responds. Sometimes it only takes a single day to feel the difference between harm and healing. Picture your heart as a faithful engine that has carried you for decades. Like any engine, it doesn't just need fuel, it needs care. And that care comes not from dramatic overnight changes, but from the small daily habits that keep it humming strong. Start with the simplest medicine of all, a walk. Just 20 to 30 minutes a day. No gym memberships, no heavy equipment, just your feet, your breath, and the open air. Imagine it as a daily tune-up for your arteries. Each step pushes blood through your vessels like a fresh breeze clearing out a dusty room. Over weeks and months, this one habit alone lowers triglycerides, strengthens your heart, and lifts your mood. Then there's hydration. Water may seem plain, but to your body, it's life itself. Picture your bloodstream as a river. When it runs low, it becomes thick and sluggish, making the heart work harder. When it's full, it flows smoothly, carrying oxygen and nutrients with ease. 8 glasses a day, 64 ounces, isn't just a number, it's your body's way of keeping the river alive. Don't forget stress, worry, anger, loneliness. They tighten the arteries like a vice, raising pressure, raising risk. Stress control doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges. It means breathing deeply when anxiety strikes, calling a friend, or sitting quietly with music or prayer. Think of it as loosening the grip on your arteries, letting them relax so your heart doesn't have to fight so hard. And then, the habit too many seniors overlook: sleep. 7 to 8 hours every night. Sleep isn't just rest, it's repair. During those quiet hours, your body lowers blood pressure, balances hormones, and heals. Missing sleep is like never shutting down your engine. Eventually, it overheats. But here's the truth. Even with perfect habits, you can't manage what you don't measure. That's why regular blood tests matter. Knowing your triglyceride, cholesterol, and blood sugar numbers is like checking the dashboard before a long drive. Don't guess, know. And if lifestyle alone isn't enough, medications may be part of your path. That's not failure, it's wisdom. Always consult your doctor because the right prescription, paired with strong daily habits, can mean the difference between fear and freedom. These daily practices, walk, water, calm, sleep, testing, guidance, aren't chores. They're gifts to your heart. Quiet, steady gifts that buy you more tomorrows. Think back for a moment to everything your heart has already carried you through. Decades of laughter, tears, family gatherings, long walks, quiet mornings, and holiday dinners. It has beaten faithfully more than 2 billion times, asking for nothing more than the chance to keep you alive, to keep you present, to keep you here. But triglycerides, those silent enemies, don't care about your memories. They don't care about your dreams for the future. If left unchecked, they can steal your independence, your health, even your next chapter. And that is why today matters. Not tomorrow, not next month, today. Because every decision you make at the table is a decision about whether your heart keeps beating strong or whether it is quietly burdened with more than it can carry. Here's the good news. You are not powerless. You've already learned about foods that heal, salmon and sardines that sweep your arteries clean, oats and berries that soak up fat, olive oil that calms inflammation, garlic that scrubs away danger. These aren't exotic remedies. They are everyday choices within your reach. So I want to invite you, no, I want to challenge you to take action right now. Subscribe so you don't miss the next life-saving tip, because your heart deserves this knowledge. Share this video with another senior in your life. You never know, your decision to share could be the reason someone else avoids a hospital bed. And comment below. Tell me, which food will you try first? Oatmeal with berries, a drizzle of olive oil, a handful of walnuts? Your answer might just inspire someone else to begin. Your heart has carried you this far. Don't let triglycerides steal the rest of the journey. Instead, give your heart what it's asking for: protection, care, a little kindness on your plate. Because your story isn't finished. There are still birthdays to celebrate, sunsets to watch, and quiet cups of coffee to savor. So give your heart the chance to do what it longs to do, to beat another billion times.